If I could just get your reaction to the Comey, Letitia James cases being dropped today back in Washington. James Comey put out a video. He said this matters most because a message has to be sent. The President of the United States cannot use the Department of Justice to target his political enemies. Your reaction to the cases being dropped into that specific message?
Sure, we'll be taking all available legal action, including an immediate appeal to hold Letitia James and James Comey accountable for their unlawful conduct.
What is your reaction to his statement?
I'm going to keep going on this. I'm not worried about someone who has been charged with a very serious crime. His alleged actions were a betrayal of public trust. We have horrible weather, as you've all seen, horrible weather. Everyone behind me has to catch a flight. We are also here to go out and help serve dinner to all of our law enforcement before they go out tonight. But we will take a couple quick questions if you have them, but please be respectful of the fact that we have to get out there, and lots of flights will be canceled if we don't get out before this big storm hits. Gates, do you want to?
David, Fox News.
Okay, so question about Memphis first.
Sure.
And then a couple off topics. On Memphis, Washington, D.C., check. Memphis, check. What's next?
It's a good question.
Where is that?
Well, we hope a governor reaches out like Governor Lee reached out to President Trump. Let's see. If you want to make your city safe, call President Trump. But we'll see. You know what? Regardless of whether you're going to cooperate or not, Donald Trump has made it very clear he's going to keep all Americans safe, whether you're helping us or whether you're not, as an elected official. And here in Memphis, we're blessed to have a mayor. I wish we have our deputy mayor here today. I wish the mayor could be here with us today. But we all talk to the mayor so much. And Chief Davis and Sheriff Bonner, thank you for everything you're doing, and that's what it's about. So we hope some other cities who are in desperate need of help reach out to us. And we are talking to a couple mayors now, I will tell you that.
Wonderful.
You probably would be unexpected, so.
Okay, and then if I could just get your reaction to the Comey, Letitia James cases being dropped today back in Washington. James Comey put out a video. He said this matters most because a message has to be sent. The President of the United States cannot use the Department of Justice to target his political enemies. Your reaction to the cases being dropped into that specific message?
Sure, we'll be taking all available legal action, including an immediate appeal to hold Letitia James and James Comey accountable for their unlawful conduct.
What is your reaction to his statement?
I'm going to keep going on this. I'm not worried about someone who has been charged with a very serious crime. His alleged actions were a betrayal of public trust. So.
Matthew Folden.
Thanks, Attorney General Bondi. Could you be a little more specific on what your message to Democratic governors and Democratic mayors is based on the success that you've seen in cities like Memphis that we have here? And are you optimistic that any of them are watching right now to learn the lessons from the successes of the Memphis Task Force to try and bring this to their cities ahead of Thanksgiving, ahead of the holiday season?
Sure, we want to help all governors. We want to help all mayors who need President Trump's help. Look what we've done in D.C. Look what Donald Trump's leadership has done right here in Memphis. You don't have to be of the same political party. Clearly, this is about keeping Americans safe. If you want to talk to anyone, go out and talk to the residents of Memphis who have been very vocal about what has been done by the leadership of all the people behind me and sitting in this audience to make their great city safe again. We want to help anyone, regardless of political party. That's our objective. The people of Memphis deserve to be safe. Every American deserves to be safe, to go to the grocery store, to take their kids to school, to be able to go to church on a Sunday without fear. In 2024, Memphis had the highest violent crime rate, the highest in the entire country. Memphis's total crime rate was 344% higher than the national average. No longer. Thanks to the leadership of President Trump and our dedicated men and women in law enforcement, this surge in Memphis has dramatically dropped crime. The numbers tell the story themselves. They are undeniable. The last 56 days that we have had this surge, compared to the same 56-day time period a year ago shows murder is down 48% in just 56 days, sexual assault down 49%, robbery down 61%, overall serious crime down 45% here in Memphis. We are reversing the trend. Since President Trump ordered federal law enforcement officers to search Memphis, 121 children have been located and returned to safety. Those are 121 children who were reported missing and endangered. They have been recovered. More than 3,100 arrests have been made, including 327 known gang members, 501 firearms seized off the streets of Memphis. We have filed federal charges against approximately 150 people. Michael, is that right? 157. As of today, 157 federal charges have been filed. Tolerating crime is a choice. This administration chooses law and order and making America safe again. President Trump chooses
To go after Letitia James and James Comey.
Excuse me. I'm answering a question
You
from
turned
your...
and looked at me. I'm sorry.
I turned and looked at you because you're yelling. I will
That's
take a
right.
question
That's what
from
we
your
do as
colleague,
reporters.
and then I'll take your question
Thank
too.
you.
Okay? Go ahead.
What are exactly the points of disagreement that they are still working on?
I don't want to detail sort of the technical talks that are happening right now, but there are just a couple, and we're confident that we'll be able to work through those.
The president put pressure on Putin or Zelensky if this doesn't work.
The president's been putting a lot of pressure on both leaders for this entire time. We've been talking with both sides. He's been talking to both leaders directly for 10 months now. So yes, you can expect that pressure to continue. The president wants this war to end.
Caroline, is the president more determined now since the judge's ruling today to go after James Comey and Letitia James, and if so, why?
I wouldn't say he's going after them. I think the president is more determined than ever to see accountability in this country, yes, and to correct the wrongs of the weaponization of our justice system that we saw under the previous administration and Joe Biden.
Are we entering a new phase in Venezuela, and what does that entail?
Well, as the president is so good at, I'll try to be just as good. I'm not going to broadcast any actions that may or may not be happening with respect to Venezuela. I know I've been very clear about the administration's position, as has the president and his national security team. We view the Maduro regime as being illegitimate, and the president has been very satisfied with the successful strikes against narco-terrorists and foreign terrorists that are illegally trafficking drugs towards the United States of America. He's not going to tolerate that, and you can expect to see those strikes continue.
What was President Trump's reaction to those indictments against Comey and James being thrown out?
His reaction was, we've seen this before. We've seen partisan judges take unprecedented steps to try to intervene in accountability before, but we're not going to give up. And I know that the Department of Justice intends to appeal these rulings very soon if they haven't already. I may have missed it.